Hello dear friends, this is Danya Divagar. Once again welcome back to my channel Shades of Literature. A big thanks to all out there for subscribing my channel and also for leaving your valuable comments in my comment box. Looking forward for more support in future too. So coming back, today I'll be discussing something out of the box. Other than literary writers and their works, today I'll be giving you few tips about how to write a thesis or a dissertation. If you check any research methodology text for that matter, you will get to know the steps that you need to follow while writing a thesis. But other than that, there are few other things which you should keep in mind while writing a thesis. So today I'll be giving you tips about how to start or how to begin your thesis writing. Now coming back, what is this research? We all have doubts in our mind. What is this research? Research is nothing but seeking new knowledge. It's there in the term itself. Research. You are searching for something new. So there are certain general points which you should keep in your mind before starting your thesis. The first thing is that always do come up with something new rather than writing those stuffs which has already been done by other research scholars. You should always think something new, or rather out of the box. It's not like the same old stuff you are reproducing it. No, that will not work out in a research. You should always come out with a novel idea. That's the first point. And the second point is that the research which literature students carry out and the thesis writing which the science students carry out both have lots of differences. The way we write and the way they do their thesis, it's totally different. Any science stream student for that matter, they have 5 chapters. We too have 5 chapters, but the way they write is different. Their thesis is divided into 5 chapters. The first chapter will be introduction, the second will be review of related literature, the third will be methodology, the fourth will be analysis, and the fifth will be findings and conclusions. So they will have a sample at their hand and they'll carry out their research on that sample. They'll arrive at some conclusions, they'll get a data, they'll analyze that data. Before analyzing, they need to create tools and they'll implement those tools on their sample. After that, they'll get a data, they'll analyze the data, and later on, by the end, they'll write their findings and conclusions. That is how they go about writing a thesis. We literature students, we too have 5 chapters, but we approach a thesis or a dissertation in a different way. The way science students approach their thesis and the way we approach it's totally different. Before that, let me explain to you the basic things that you should keep in mind before writing a thesis. So, the first step will be planning. For any research for that matter, not only research, for anything, for any study or for any daily routine, you should have a planning. If you plan, the things will work out in a much better way. Under planning, the first point which you should keep in mind is that before writing your thesis, you should have a general awareness about the area which you are going to work on. A general awareness about your interest. You should have that. Only then you can carry out your research. It can be a tentative one. It need not be, okay, I am going to do on this. No, you just can't arrive at a decision all of a sudden. So, a tentative awareness about your interest, you should have that. That will be the first point. Now, the second point is that once you have decided, okay, I am interested in Indian literature, for example, or I am interested in Caribbean literature. Okay, so you have decided your area of interest. So you already know I am going to work on this area or this author who belongs to this particular genre of literature. Once you've decided your area of literature, the second point what you should keep in mind is to read materials, or you should collect materials based on your interest. Read as much as you can from different sources. If you get books, start reading that. If you get articles, read that. Whatever sources you get, read as much as you can based on the area of interest that you have chosen. And note one point, it's very important. Whatever material you are reading, please write down the references. For example, if you have taken an article from a journal, just write down the name of that journal, the article name, also the author who has written the article. You should write down the page numbers and everything which is related to that particular article. Why you are supposed to do that, I'll tell you. This will help you out when you do your bibliography. When you club your bibliography together, you will find it really easy to write down your references over there. So second point is that read as much materials as you can, and also note down the references in a notebook. And please note, you should not write in any paper bits. So always keep a separate notebook to write down the references so that you will not lose it. So this is the second point. Now coming to the third point. What is the third point? You should have a discussion with your guide regarding the thesis or the area of interest that you are going to do. Once you discuss, your guide will also guide you. She'll also have suggestions. You discuss it along with your guide. And the fourth point is that finalizing the title. So after discussion, the fourth point, you need to finalize your title. By now you would have arrived at some assumptions. Okay, you already decided your area of interest, then you have collected materials based on that, and now you have had a discussion with your guide. And the fourth point is you already finalized your thesis. Once you finalize your thesis topic, the very topic serves to be the objective of your research. That is the objective. You are going to do this title. You are going to work on that title in your thesis. Now coming to the second point, that is working on the thesis. Under working on the thesis, the first point that you should keep in mind is reading your primary sources. What is this primary source? Primary source is nothing but the works that you have chosen for your thesis. Please keep in mind to choose at least 2 different authors so that you will have ample material to write in your thesis. Don't choose one single author, because you will not be able to compare and contrast, and you will not have sufficient material to write in your thesis. Always go for 2 writers. So read the text, or if you have chosen a novel, read the novel from page 1 to page till the last page. Because why I'm telling is, people, we are little lazy fellows. We always go for summaries. I've seen people who read just their summaries. Even if you are writing your thesis or your project only for 20 pages or even for 30 pages, please don't mind in reading your novel or the work that you have chosen. The full book you need to read. So now the second point under working on a thesis is that just look at the title. For example, you would have framed a title. This is just an example. You would have framed a title like this: Feminism and Gender Roles in Select Indian Novels. Suppose if this is your title, you already know that there are 2 variables in your title, that is feminism and gender roles. I'll give you one more example. Hybridity and trauma in Select Indian Novels. Okay, so you have hybridity and trauma. So these 2 terms, hybridity, trauma, feminism and gender roles, these 2 are the variables in your title. So you should keep in mind that, okay, I'm going to work on these 2 variables. And also understand that you should have, you are having a theory to support that. Okay, so the second point will be to read about those variables and collect materials on the theory which supports that. So the first point is read your novel or the work that you have chosen for your thesis. Second point is read the theory which is supporting your title. You may have two variables. The bigger thesis, like the thesis which you do for your MPhil, PhD, and even for some PG courses I've seen, they will take more than two variables. So always keep in mind to understand the variable and do a little bit of reading on that variables. It will really help you out when you write your thesis. So this is the second point. Now coming to the third point, when you read the works that you have chosen for your thesis, when you read the text, please mark those instances wherever your variables are playing a role. For example, if it is myth and magic realism and you have chosen a textbook like or a novel like Mistress of Spices, if you have chosen Mistress of Spices written by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni and you are going to do about myth and magic realism in her novel, The Mistress of Spices, what are you supposed to do? When you read the novel, you will find or you will get to know various instances where myth and magic realism is playing a role. So wherever you find such instances, mark with a pencil. You just put brackets and write down there magic realism. Why you are doing this? Whenever you write a thesis, you will be able to relocate instances and you can refer the page numbers also. For example, if you are writing about magic realism, you can just refer to these page numbers. You can write down sentences from this and it will be much more easier to you when you really write your thesis. So these are the 3 points which comes under working on a thesis. Now coming to the third point, writing part. How will you write? As I told you when I started the video, we too have 5 chapters. So I will just briefly tell you what we are supposed to write in all these 5 chapters. So the first chapter, as all of you know, it is introduction. What will you write in introduction? It's a big question mark. We have lots of doubts, even I too had. How to start, what to write, what not to write, and how many pages should I write? Please don't panic. By now, you will have a clear-cut idea about the topic that you are going to do, and you will have an idea about the variables or the theory that you are going to write in your thesis, or the theory which is going to support your text. So you will have a clear-cut idea. So there is no point in worrying. You already know. It's just, you just have to write it down. So in the first chapter, that is introduction, you need to write. For example, if you have chosen contemporary authors or contemporary literature, start writing with the traits of contemporary literature or the style that authors use in their literary works. Just start with that, or you can just mention or say something about the contemporary literature and then come to the style that the authors use in their works. So start by that, and then you can speak something about the authors that you have chosen. When you write about your authors, just avoid the biography details. Just don't write, okay, this author was born on this date, his parents were doing this, his family shifted from this place to that place, he did his education. Okay, you can just mention small little things, but not all the details. Nobody is interested in reading the life of the author. It's not an interesting thing. So please avoid writing biography. You just straight away come to the author. Only write sufficient things, not everything. Okay, so just mention about the authors that you have chosen and write few things, their style of writing, the style they have used in the text that you have chosen. So just write that. And now after you have mentioned the authors, now come to your variables. For example, if you have chosen myth and magic realism, or if you have chosen trauma and hybridity, or if you have chosen feminism and gender roles. So these are all your variables. Write something about your variables. Variables, by variables I mean it's theory only. If you have chosen myth and magic realism, both are theories. Magic realism is a theory. So you should write something about the theory in your introduction. Then you can conclude, you can just have a brief discussion about the works that you are going to do. Write something about the text that you are going to work on. You just write a few descriptions. Don't write the full summary of the novel that you are going to do. No, avoid that. A brief gist of what you are going to do. Then conclude your introduction. So this is what you are supposed to write in your introductory chapter. Now coming to the second, third and fourth chapter, these chapters will be decided exclusively between yourself and your guide. Okay, whatever you're going to write in your three chapters, three most important chapters, it's up to you and your guide. But still I can give you an example. For example, if you're going to write about myth and magic realism, it's just an example. You can just write about magic realism in one particular work that you have chosen in your second chapter. In your third chapter, you can write about magic realism in the second work that you have chosen. In the fourth chapter, write a comparison about both these works, bring out all the commonalities, and if you have any other variables, write about that also in your fourth chapter. So this is how you generally go about. It's between you and your guide. So there you end with the fourth chapter. And now the last chapter, that is fifth chapter, it's the conclusion. Conclusion should also be impressive enough. Don't write 10-12 pages of conclusion. If you are doing your PG thesis or degree project, just don't write a big conclusion. Conclusion should be very crisp and sweet. Now coming to the last section of your thesis, that is bibliography or works cited. What do you mean by works cited? Works cited is nothing but those references that you have used to write your thesis. For example, you would have read lots of books, you would have searched in computers, you would have read articles. So all those things you have to pile it up together and you have to write it down in your bibliography. So in bibliography you have two sections. The first section is primary sources. What are these primary sources, by the way? Primary sources is nothing but the very work that you have chosen. For example, if you have chosen 2 novels or 3 novels, those will be your primary sources. Now coming to the second part of works cited, that is secondary sources. There you will have to write about all those materials that you have referred. For example, if you have referred to articles, if you have referred a book, if you have web sources, write all those things under secondary sources. This is how you club your works cited. So now you have done with your works cited also. And there is one last thing more that you should do in your thesis, that is abstract, writing an abstract. How will you write an abstract? Abstract is the most important thing that you should write in your thesis. How will you write abstract? You will be keeping the abstract in the first page. First page in the sense, after your acknowledgement, you'll have certificate, then you will have the primary sources written over there. After that, you need to keep your abstract. So whenever someone takes your thesis, the first thing that person would look for in your thesis will be the abstract. So how will you write your abstract? You need to write about, or you just need to give small hints about your 5 chapters in your abstract. For example, we have 5 chapters: introduction, 3 solid chapters plus the conclusion. So just write what you have done in all these 3 chapters. So that is how you will write an abstract. Abstract should not be more than 2 pages. Keep it very crisp and sweet so that it should be very much impressive also. So whoever reads it should understand by just reading your abstract that okay, this person has done these things in his or her thesis. So this is the last thing which you should keep in your mind while writing a thesis. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you find this video interesting and if you find this matter which I have told in this video interesting, kindly subscribe my channel, leave your valuable comments in my comment box. Also, don't forget to ping on the bell button so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks to all. Thanks a lot.